Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and we're in the middle of a run. The reason why is because I'm full on energy and I didn't want it to just kind of sit there. I wanted to kind of fill up, so I was like, you know what I'll do? I will just do a quick run. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in and coming back here to the channel over and over again for information. Today we're actually going to be covering the new units that are coming out with the seasonal event. I'm going to call it the Easter Hunt, or the Easter event, as they're calling it, the seasonal spring event. We're going to be hunting eggs. Come on, boys and girls. We know what that is. That means we're going to be doing some Easter bunny stuff. I'm hoping they introduce like a boss to fight, and it's going to be like this crazy bunny, super cray bunny who had way too many eggs or whatever. But anyways, so we have the new event, and it looks pretty interesting. Pardon me. Ooh, the coffee's killing it here. The event itself is going to be, looks like it's marketed in two phases. You got week 1 and then week 2. Week 2 is going to be the really big one, I personally think, because we're going to be getting a kind of like a enhancement update. So we're going to be able to have access to our enhancements, and because they're introducing it in this particular event, I have a feeling that we're going to be accessing those crystals that you need to be able to actually enhance your characters. All right. So there we go. I think we got some energy. Yes, some space for energy. Perfect. So we're going to go home here real quick. Essentially, what's going to end up happening when the event or the update is done, this left button here that says Enhanced Unit is going to move over to the left side. And there's going to be another button here on the right here. And it's going to be like Awaken or whatever, and Enhancements or whatever. And you can click on that, and then it's the same thing like this. You will get to go to a unit. You will pick on a unit that you can have the enhancements on. The difference in that is going to be that the units are all colored here. They're all visible. So what's going to happen is the units that you can enhance are going to be colored. The ones that you can't use are going to be, this is kind of shaded. They're like shaded. So those units you're not going to be able to use for the event. Or to enhance, so you can't really do anything with them. So you want to click on a unit that is colored, and then you'll be able to actually go inside, and then you can pick the ability. It gives you like a secondary window, and you can pick the ability, right? So it's really cool. If you want to see an example, make sure you definitely hit up Final Fantasy Brave Exvius's channel, and make sure you subscribe to them for future content for them, as they're going to be providing us more videos, and it's the best place to get it as far as the content creator. They will give you small updates, right? When you want to go into more detailed things and other people's opinions, that's when you come back to the YouTubers like myself. All right, so that's just a quick tidbit there on what's going on with that. So if you haven't looked at my other video, I do talk about the Egg Seekers event in a little bit more detail. You can catch that in the other video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new units and kind of what they do. And again, this is going to be a quick overview because we don't know a lot of the abilities. We don't know what they're going to be doing. So if you really want to see the bing bang, the Vortie kind of style video, when we're looking at 15-20 minutes of pretty much breaking apart the units and talking about all their abilities and their potential, definitely come back on Thursday for that, because that's going to be a little bit more in-depth. This is your overview, all right? So we got 3 new characters. You have Zon, you have Aiden, and you have Fravia. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but hey, life is life. They're going to be the new units that you're going to be getting. So let's see here. It says major boost, drop rates, perfect. Thursday, they're going to be kicking off, and they're going to stick all the way around till Thursday the 20th, which is when the event ends. Alright, so we got our first unit. She's going to be the big kahuna here, the big fish, right? So her job is Spellblade. She kind of falls into the same area as Beguile, Spellblade, right? They're kind of like the same thing, Spell Mages, Spellblade, whatever. Essentially what that means to us is they enhance their weapons to do damage. And the Spellblade here, she's going to be more focused on ice. As you can see, she's all about snow. And as you know how it is in spring and Easter stuff like that, you're kind of chasing away winter. That's kind of how that is. So that's what she's going to be looking like. She's a global exclusive unit. And before we dive into breaking the units apart, if you watch the video, you will actually hear the developers and the producers say that these units are not event exclusive. Okay, they're global exclusive. They're not event exclusive. What does that mean to you? It means that once these guys are done, once this event is done, they will go into our pool, and you can pull these guys again in the future, right? That's going to dramatically change my personal outcome of telling you, are you going to pull on this or not? Personally, I'm not going to waste Lapis on this event. I'm gonna do my daily pulls and just go from that. And I'll let you guys know at the end of this video why as well, okay? So let's take a look at this first character. Here we are looking at Fravia, 5-star going to 6-star. Her health points are really healthy for her thing, which since we don't know her passives, I don't really know how much of that is her base and how much is actually from passives. But she is amazing with MP for sure. She's got a crazy amount of magic, and her attack is actually not that bad. So she's built as a hybrid character for sure. You can tell that by looking at her attack and her magic. All right, Trust Mastery is, I'm gonna say it's one of the best weapons that we've seen so far in global. The reason why I'm gonna say that is it is an actual dagger, or sorry, it's a small sword, not a dagger. It's a small sword from the looks of it, unless my eyes are failing me. It's like a short sword or sword. It's ice elemental, so it's got an element based on it. It does attack 92, plus it gives you magic 112. The reason I'm saying this weapon is actually one of the better ones we've seen, it gives you 3 different kinds of styles onto it. It is built for a hybrid character, or a magic caster. So what do you mean by hybrid, Vortie? Well, a good choice to talk about hybrid is Noctis. Noctis uses hybrid damage, right? Because he gets to use attack and magic. He actually gets both benefits from the attack and the magic. The other unit you can put this on is kind of like a support unit if you wanted him to do damage, but ideally it's either like a Noctis or like an X-Death. X-Death can actually wear swords, and he can also use Ingus's TM, which is letter of arms, which actually increases his magic by like 50% or something crazy like that. It's super crazy. So you put that TM on it, TM on X-Death and the sword on him, he's gonna be an absolute monster. If you get 2 of these swords, you're gonna be pooping on people without even wearing it. You're just gonna on everybody. It's gonna put X-Death in a very good position of being a very powerful mage, as well as future mages who are gonna get access to this sword and can wear swords are gonna get benefit from this. All right, so her TM, definitely amazing. Looking at the featured abilities, she gets Second Intention, which damages 1 enemy. It's a melee attack. Ice Age reduces attack for all enemies and boosts ice resistance for your allies. So you'll attack the enemies. It's an AoE. They get reduced attack, and then you guys get ice resistance buff, which is pretty good to have. Frost Flower Blitz, deal ice damage and reduce ice resistance for 1 enemy. This is exactly like Lightning's abilities, like Lightning Blitz, Heat Blitz, and those things. That's exactly what this is, except it's got an added effect of reducing ice resistance to that enemy. So overall, the abilities and the kit we see, it's okay. If that is the best she's got, I don't know how well she's gonna do in our meta right now. But the unit is okay. I'm not sure if it's worth pulling for because she's not event exclusive. Now the unit that's got me very interested, here we are. Zon. Zon is a thief. He comes in at a 4-star base going up to a 6-star. He's got a crazy amount of hit points. Again, how much passives are this? I don't know. Same thing for his attack. He's got a very strong attack for a thief. How much of that is passives? I don't know. But either way, the way it looks right now, he looks really good. Alright, so job is thief, and his TM is interesting. So attack, magic, defense, spirit plus 15, which is really good. Chance of a random effect on self after receiving a physical or magical attack. I want to know what their definition of random effect is. So my definition of random effect is he can get some sort of support buff. Now, is it a positive buff or a negative buff? I don't know. And what I mean by buff, it could be like he gets protect casted on him, or shell casted on him, or like like embolden, or something like that. Like, right, a random effect that boosts his attack, or it could be negative. I don't know. So I'm really interested to find out what that is, because Patches looks a little bit cursed. It could be both. It could be the former and the latter, right? We don't know. It could be the good or the bad. So that's a very cool one. It's a little bit chance, which if it can give you negative effects, I don't know if that's what you want to be bringing along, but for fun, it's definitely a cool TM. Now the abilities that they got here, obviously they only got us 3 featured abilities. You got Waylay, which damage and steal item from all enemies. This is actually a really powerful move. We just gotta know what the percentage of damage it does, right? You can gear this guy and then go out there and just AoE, kill and steal from everyone. That is beast. The next thing here he has is called Master Thief. Boost drop rate of rare items from enemies. This is kind of like what Loki has, or Locke, whatever you guys want to call him, the adventurer. He gets it at level 80. It's called Treasure Master or Treasure Hunter, where he increases his chance of finding items. Well, this guy also gets it. So I'm wondering when he actually gets Master Thief. but for this event, this is actually going to be beneficial. If I do get him as a 4-star unit from like my tickets or my daily pulls, I'm going to level him up to 6-star for sure. I'm a big fan of thieves, especially this guy. He looks super badass. I absolutely love the way he looks. And if you looked at the item before, there's a dagger. I'm definitely putting that dagger on him so that he can have double attack, because waylay is an ability, which means I think he's gonna do this twice. If you're dual wielding, he'll actually attack twice. And then he gets Twist of Fate. Mirror positive status effects from an enemy on all allies and remove all of its effects. So if a unit buffs himself, like an enemy buffs himself, you can steal that buff and you're gonna cast that buff on all your team, and then you're gonna remove that buff off the monster or the enemy. Pretty cool. I don't really know, again, we need to see the actual statistics or stats of it once the patch comes out, but it seems like a very interesting ability. So far he seems to be my favorite of the bunch as far as the way he looks and his potential, what he's got. I really like the idea that he increases drop rates. I already have a level 80 lock. I wouldn't mind bringing Zon with him as well, right? It'd be pretty crazy. Now that last unit here, and which is what we're going to finish the video off with, is going to be Aiden. Aiden is a Cleric, which means pretty much a white mage, a healer, kind of like that. He's geared in white mage gear. He seems a little bit mad. As you can see by his face, he's kind of like not your typical white mage. He's kind of mad. And the producers and in their video, they do make a note of that. There's going to be something to do with the story, so we'll definitely find out more about that. But anyways, he comes in at a 3-star, going up to a 5-star. He's going to be limited by that 5-star for sure. He gets a crazy health boost for sure for a white mage. That's actually pretty beastly. He's lacking in defense and MP for a healer, and his spirit is very weak. So he definitely has got that 3-star wrench, hanging over his head. Not going to be performing well. Now, as far as I'm concerned about this unit, I really don't care anything about his abilities. The one thing that stands out about him is his TM. The Vestment of the Mind. Defense 40, Spirit 35, Auto Refresh during battle. This TM here is incredible. To me, this is amazing. This is what you want to have on a healer. If you have Solomon Ring, like what I already have on my Refia, the next best thing to put on her right now is going to be Vestment of the Mind. You're going to have double refresh on her right away. You're never going to run out of MP. If I do get Aiden, he's going on my TM farming group immediately. I definitely want this TM. I'm a huge fan of auto refresh and refresh on support units and healers. I used to play Final Fantasy XI online, and I remember wearing Dalmatica and like all these other items that you were used to get, and you couldn't wait to get them because they gave you refresh, which was MP over time, or in this case, after every turn you get some MP back. This is an amazing TM, and I encourage everyone to definitely farm this TM for at least one of them for your healer, right? Let's look at his abilities and we'll end there. He's got Mind Shield, which boosts defense and a chance to restore MP when receiving a physical attack or a magical attack. So he buffs himself up with a shield, takes damage, he's got a chance of getting some MP back. He's got Furious Rays, so you can see there's a little bit of a theme. He's mad, he's an angry healer. Furious Rays, revive one ally from being KO'd. And then you got Burst Heal, restore hit points and boost a random parameter for all allies, which is actually pretty interesting. This is one of those things kind of like Zon has up here, where he will, his patches, it's all random. He can get this crazy random buff. Same thing here, you might be able to heal them and then buff their attack or buff their defense or cast protect on them, right? I don't know the parameters or all of them yet. This is just me guesstimating. Same thing for patches, but we'll see that once the patch comes out on Thursday. But these things got me a little bit excited of the potential that they can do. All right, guys, so these units look pretty cool. Should you summon on them? I probably wouldn't waste your meat and potatoes on these guys, because like I said, they're not going to be exclusive to the event. That's exactly what they said in the video. You guys can go watch the video to make sure. If I'm wrong, correct me, but these guys are going to be around for a while. You're going to get your fair share of getting them. The TM on Frevia is actually really nice, but I don't know as far as a unit, is she going to be worth the effort to get her in a rainbow, right? If you do get her in a rainbow, congratulations, but I wouldn't sit there and farm her for it. Zon, we should be able to get at least one of them. He is going to be a 4-star, so definitely get him. His TM, should you farm it or not? I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those for fun TMs. It's up to you as well, right? And then our friend Aiden here, for his TM, I would I'm definitely putting my hands on and saying abso-freaking-lutely for your healer. Abso-freaking-lutely, you're gonna need this. I'm gonna go for it. Auto refresh is gonna be very much worth the thing. And I don't know yet, because they say enlist these units to help you farm the eggs. I don't know if they actually have a bonus or not, but that's something I can't comment on because they haven't released any information on it yet. But either way, stick around for future content, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around for the video. If you found the video informative and helped you out, kind of understand the characters a little bit more, hit and smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and stick around for future content. I will be covering this event extensively as I'm very much excited about this. Thank you so much for coming by. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Vortie, and I'm out of here. Peace!